Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of April 27th through May 3rd. And during that time, we will have a new moon on the 28th, and that's a really good time for a fresh start, a new beginning, time to learn a new skill or start any new projects that you've been thinking about or make new decisions. And then we'll move into the waxing crescent energy. And of course, that's a time of heightened senses when it's time to, buckle down and get to work on those new things that you've just started. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter this week, Pisces. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message card for this reading, the energy is gaining momentum. There you go. Let me see that card. I don't know why that seemed dark when I did that. All right, Pisces. Energy is gaining momentum. Let's see what that's all about. And Pisces, since my readings are free to you, all that I ask in return is that you hit that subscribe button. And if you actually enjoy my reading, hit the like button as well. That would be great. But that really helps my channel, and it's super easy for you to do. Just hit that button right there. I'll give you just a moment to do that right now. Thank you so much. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and helping me build a community here. I see you and I appreciate you. So thank you so much. Also, while I'm shuffling, my weekly reminder this week is that you take time to meditate this week. Go within, still yourself, quiet your mind, and just explore. If you already do this, then you know what I'm talking about. If meditation is not something that you practice, it's just a really good time for you to start that. It's a time for new beginnings. So even if it's just a few minutes, start trying, try to work that into your daily routine every day, or as often as you can. So that's just my weekly reminder for you, Pisces. Is yes, you can take a little time for yourself in this busy world. All right. The energy is gaining momentum. Let's see what you guys have going on. Your present energy is the Fool card. So here we are, off on some new way of being. This is, this is the beginning of something. This is jumping off the cliff. You're not really sure yet what you're getting into, but you're ready to go. You're ready to do it. So some new idea, something that's come to you that you're ready to start some new journey, which is very, very awesome. At your current situation is the Six of Pentacles. So you're either in a place in your financial and worldly energy, material things, you're either in a place of giving or in a place of receiving. And I always ask with this card, where do you see yourself? Because uh depending on the card position, and like right now the position of the card, I really can't tell where are you here. Are you in giving mode or are you in receiving mode? And sometimes it's easier to give than it is to receive. So you need to answer that question for yourself, and that might answer some other questions as we go through this reading. At the root of this situation is the Devil card. So I've been seeing the Devil card a lot in the series of readings for this week coming up. So a lot of people are kind of facing, some things. The devil comes with these false truths, and he's whispering things in your ear then they're not true. It's making you have, some self-doubt about things, and maybe it's self-doubt about this new journey. And but you don't need to listen to that. Don't listen. It's there for a reason, and it's there to make you look at something, of course, and help you learn. But don't let that take over you as you're on this new journey. In your recent past is here's the Wheel of Fortune. So this is you evolving. This is you evolving into this new way of being. And probably because of something that you've recently learned about yourself or learned about the world. But this is just you evolving. And of course, here comes the Fool card right after an evolving session. It's you learning, like, hey, here's the reality of the way the world is, and I'm going to have to take these steps to deal with it. But you've got this devil down here at the root, and this could be You know, again, this could be some people dealing with some sort of addiction or something like that at the root of this that's making you kind of head off on this new path. Um, but are you in a place here of giving, or are you in a place of receiving? We'll see what that means as we continue on here. What's on your mind is the Queen of Swords. And I get this is not your energy. It's instantly telling me this is someone else. This is someone else coming to you with kind of a sharp tongue that's been on your mind. Um, Interesting that I'm feeling this way because usually I wouldn't. Usually I would think this is your energy, but I feel like someone has recently said something to you that could kind of come in with this devil energy. I don't know why. Let's continue to let these cards come out. Messages don't always super make sense to me. Right in front of you is the Three of Wands. So this is our cup of new venture, or cup, or that's weird that I said cup. What is Three of Cups? Three is coming down. Okay, that's kind of a celebratory card. Three of Wands is kind of our card of new ventures and thinking about new ways of doing things and new ways of doing things in our future. Um, this could be the card of travel, so you might be thinking about something in that realm. Interesting though. Energy is gaining momentum. There's been some sort of catalyst of change here. And whether it is this devil whispering things in your ear, or some addiction or something that you're facing, or again, this Wheel of Fortune moving. It's like you've evolved out of something, or something someone has said to you that was kind of sharp, that kind of is making you think about the future. So very interesting that that's coming to me, and it's not even really quite clear yet. In your advice position, is yeah, that you're not going to make a decision on this yet. Whatever this new venture is, you're not there yet. You're not convinced. And there may be some self-doubt, of course, because of the devil who's telling you that's not possible, that's not a great idea. And something that this Queen of Swords has said that's making you really think about this new venture, and you're not ready to make a decision on it yet. What is beyond your control? All right, is the Eight of Cups. So, you know, you've got this Fool card and you're on this new journey, and that is definitely beyond your control. And you do have some support at your back here on this new journey. I think there's things that you are being indecisive about, and that's okay. Like you are kind of moving ahead. You're thinking and you are moving ahead, and it's almost like you're being forced to. There's nothing you can not do about it, but there's things that you're not ready to finalize a decision on yet, if that makes sense. That'll make sense to some of you, of course. What is your secret desire? What you're trying to avoid is Queen of Pentacles. I would hope this is your secret desire. This is enjoying the fruits of your labor. You know, I don't think you would be trying to really avoid doing that unless you just got your head down and you're working so hard that you're not ready to do that right now. And this could be, again, if this is thinking about future ventures, this could just be a vacation that you're thinking about. And maybe you just need to get away. Maybe it is hard for you to just make a decision or have any clarity of mind right now after this thing that you've just been through. There might just be time to just take a breath. You know, this card says the energy is gaining momentum, and you just might need a little break from that momentum. It might just be too much at this time, and you need to take a breather and reset, right? Okay, in your outcome position is the Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me, let me grab a drink here. Also, anytime I get a little frog in my throat when I'm doing a reading, it makes me want to tell you that whatever is going on, you need to speak up. Um, I don't think that's going to be typically a problem for you to speak up, but it just, whatever, there's something going on that you need to say something about. All right, outcome position, Knight of Pentacles. This is action in the way of material things. So this could be something job related that you're moving towards. You know, are you, and it's some sort of new venture. And I'm sorry, Pisces, but it's not becoming completely clear here. Let's see what's hidden from you this week. Let me get a better overview. It's the Two of Wands. So this is definitely thinking about your future here. Yeah, you're on some new path. You're on some new path because of something you've just been through. And I'm just going to do a brief overview again. Something was said to you that is kind of making you rethink things here about your future. But while you're moving forward, you're not really ready to make decisions on everything. There's some things that you're still indecisive about, but you are kind of forced to move forward. You're forced to move forward onto this new journey, but you do have some emotional support. Here's your big question of the week. Is it time to indulge right now or time not to? And that could have something to do with this card, which again, in its position is just kind of a weird for me to read. Are you feeling in the giving or receiving area? And this could be, and by that I mean, like, if let's say at work they're trying to offer you a better position, and are you in an area where you can receive that right now? Or is that not a part of your bigger future plan? And you were like, I wasn't really counting on that, because it means more work or it means more time away from my family, that sort of thing. Or I wasn't counting on that, and you've got the devil down here going, you can't do that job because it's a confidence thing. So yeah, but you're kind of your hand is kind of being forced into this new position for whatever reason, and your outcome is action in the way of your material world. So that's going to make sense to some of you. And again, tarot is a template. So for some of you, this could be job related. For some of you, this could be related to, your living situation, your house situation. For some of you, this could be about a relationship, but you're off on some new journey, and it's not even quite, there's a lot of thinking and some indecision going on there. And again, I'm so sorry, it's not even that clear, but there's some sort of energy again that's gaining momentum, and maybe it's gaining you to a place where you will be making more decisive decisions about that. So let's get a final word here from the Soul Oracle deck. See if it clarifies any of this at all. Look forward, which you are, well, this is hidden from you, but you definitely are thinking about the future and looking forward. That's nothing new. And face your shadow, which, I don't see this card this often, but I've had it in a couple of readings. I'm going to give you the same advice. So this devil card right here that comes with false truths and false fears many times. I want you to think about this and do the work of going back to a time in your life when the very first time that you ever felt that fear. And, for some of you, this could be in childhood or early adulthood, but go back and find that time and heal that part of you. Like, really look at that situation deeper than you ever have. The first time that you felt, whatever this fear is, this lack of confidence, or, and if you heal that, it just stops getting put in front of you so much. You just go back and you face that shadow and you kind of alchemize that, and you will come to realizations like, oh, well, something that you've kind of had the self-belief and the self-doubt, you've held on to it for this whole time. You go back as a more mature person and analyze that, and you see it for what it really was, and it's typically not about you. It's typically something that was put upon you. So um go ahead and do that shadow work there, Pisces, and get yourself where you can, decide if you can give and receive, because you're on this new journey, and I feel like it's like you can't stop it. It is what it is, and it is gaining momentum. Almost kind of like, and is it getting away from you? Don't let it. Make sure that you are in control of your life and your destiny. So Pisces, I really appreciate your time here with me today. I do hope there was something that you can get out of this reading. I do feel like it was a little bit all over the place. I'll be curious to see what happens next week with your reading and with your energy, to see what's going on, because um, there's just a lot of open-ended cards here, a lot of not really super decisive, but I do think that you do need to do that shadow work and face whatever these insecurities are for you. So anyway, I do hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you're going through. That helps me help you. If you have questions, also let me know. I do post weekly readings, so come back next week and we'll see if this energy does continue, if there's something else in this story, or it might just be something completely new. So also, if you like my reading style, of course, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, And what it'll do is help you find me next week. And that's the most important thing. So thank you so much, Pisces. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.